Welcome everyone to today's video where I'm going to be talking a bit about Death Relives. Now this isn't a review of the game, as even though I've somewhat enjoyed my time, this also isn't how I want to experience the game. Let me explain. But first, if you're new here, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, the support means a lot. Also, while you're at it, leave a comment and a like on the video. So without further ado, let's talk about Death Relives. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what Death Relives is, it's a horror game with an Aztec mystery. You play as Adrian, and one night while travelling with your mother, she gets kidnapped. You then go on a pursuit to rescue her, all while being chased by this enemy known as Totec, which I've probably butchered the name. The gameplay feels similar to games like Alien Isolation and Outlast, all while drawing inspiration from other first-person horrors. However, even with the jump scares on, I haven't jumped yet, but we'll dive back into that soon. The gameplay feels pretty decent, but by no means something of a high budget, which this game is not. However, you can tell a lot of passion has went into the world building and trying to tell a story through the various environments. All that being said, the gunplay feels clunky, as does the movement in some places. There's not even a quick turn. Now for the graphics, and all I can say is the world they've created is actually really cool. Getting to see these various Aztec locations, but then also something modern, they've tried to throw you into these various stories and get you acclimated with the world. And I really wanted to be acclimated with it, but again it's missing something for me. I'd like to add I played the game on PC and PS5 and both looked and ran very well. The gameplay you're currently seeing is on the PC. Now you're probably wondering what is he talking about when he says this isn't how he wants to experience it, and well, that's simple. The developers of this game very early on said they'd be doing a VR mode post-launch, and for me, that is something this game needs. The game itself is by no means awful, but it has its quirks, and there are some things that just genuinely made me feel like it was bad design. And seeing as most of my time is spent playing VR, I probably won't push on with it. Now sure, I could use UE-VR and play this in VR on PC, but until someone implements full motion control support, then that doesn't really intrigue me too much. And I'd always opt for native support over modded. Not that the modding scene is bad, I just like to see what the developers have in mind for their own game. Now the reason I want VR is simple. The world they've created is creepy and unsettling, all while being intriguing. But while playing it in non-VR, I feel like I'm not taking all of this in and I'm missing what they're aiming for. As I mentioned earlier, the game hasn't made me jump, and that's even with headphones on at full volume. It's just not scary to me. However, I know in VR the setting will fully change, and knowing I'm completely immersed in this world is truly how I want to experience it. Now I don't necessarily think this game is long, and therefore I probably won't go back to it until it gets VR, as I don't really want to spoil the surprise it has in store. But that being said, I am intrigued by the story and wanting to know what comes next, and it is making me want to dive back in. So, are you interested in playing Death Relives in non-VR? Well, if so, it's available on the 25th of July for PC, PS5 and Xbox. However, if you're like me, then you're probably waiting for further updates regarding the VR mode, and I'll do my best to keep you updated regarding this. Either way, the devs have done a decent job with this horror game, and I do feel some people who enjoy the horror genre will get a kick from this. So, if you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to stick around, as the support means a lot. I'll catch you all on the next one. Take it easy and have a great day.